On to debate number 2. Viewers, late on Monday night and early Tuesday morning, the picturesque hilly area of Wayanad in Kerala was hit by devastating back-to-back landslides. These landslides and all the debris that they were carrying made their way downstream and trapped many people in 2 villages named Mundakai and Churalmala. Rescue operations are being conducted on a war footing, and the death toll currently stands at over 170, with around as many people being reported to be injured.
Here in Mundakai village, while of course people are working on the ground, the rescue teams, now the army chopper as well has just been brought in here. You can see visuals of the chopper that will be landing very close to this area where they'll of course try to airlift some of the people because access here of course is very limited. Yesterday we saw about 50 people being rescued, and now the military chopper of course is going to scan the area. They'll look at where the best possible place to land is, and after which of course they will try and rescue as many people. Here visuals on the ground of course show personnel working tirelessly using cutters, ropes to manually of course try and cut their way into the debris so that they can rescue the people who are still trapped in their homes. This is an area of course that saw maximum damage because of the landslide, and you can see hundreds of teams from the army, the NDRF, the SDRF, there is a fire personnel, there are locals, all of them tirelessly working. The effort here is just for one reason, to save as many lives as possible, because it's a race against time. People being trapped in this debris for longer hours will only mean that their chances of survival goes down. That's the reason, be it the chopper, be it the army personnel, the fire force, all of them working against time right now.
Even as the rescue operation continues, the political blame game has peaked. Home Minister Amit Shah issued statements in both houses of parliament stating that the centre had issued a warning to the Kerala government beforehand, and accordingly 9 battalions of NDRF had already been dispatched to the state almost a week before the landslide struck. Further warnings were subsequently issued, with Shah assuring that India had the most technologically advanced alert apparatus, all of which was set up under the Modi government. But Kerala Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan refuted Shah's assertion, claiming that the rain alerts, landslide alerts and river flow alert were all late or insufficient.
23 जुलाई को केरल सरकार को अर्ली वार्निंग भारत सरकार की ओर से दी गई थी, फिर 24 को गई, फिर 25 को गई, 26 तारीख को मान्यवर ये कहा गया कि 20 सेंटीमीटर से ज्यादा वर्षा होगी, भारी वर्षा होगी, लैंडस्लाइड होने की संभावना है, मगर भारत सरकार की अर्ली वार्निंग सिस्टम पर सवाल किए गए। इसलिए मैं कहता हूं, प्लीज लिसन अस, मत चिल्लाइए, प्लीज रीड इट।
ദുരന്തം ഉണ്ടാകുന്നതിന് മുൻപ് ഒരു തവണ പോലും ആ പ്രദേശത്ത് റെഡ് അലർട്ട് നൽകിയിട്ടുണ്ടായിരുന്നില്ല. ജൂലൈ 23 മുതൽ 29 വരെയുള്ള ഒരു ദിവസം പോലും കേന്ദ്ര ജല കമ്മീഷൻ ഇരുവഴിഞ്ഞി പുഴയിലോ ചാലിയാറിലോ പ്രളയ മുന്നറിയിപ്പ് പുറപ്പെടുവിച്ചിട്ടില്ല. അപ്പോൾ പാർലമെന്റിൽ പറഞ്ഞ കാര്യങ്ങൾ വസ്തുതാ വിരുദ്ധമായ കാര്യങ്ങളായിട്ടാണ് വരുന്നത്.
And Times Now even confronted Kerala Minister K. Rajan on whether the state had ignored the warning signals. Take a look at this interaction.
With me is the Minister for Housing and Revenue, Mr. Rajan. Sir, if you've taken stock of the situation here in Wayanad, if you could tell us what are the latest updates as far as what the state is doing and also as far as the death toll and the number of injured.
Actually, we are facing very different and I can't speak about that issue. More than 162 people are died this time. Maybe the number is increased after the actual calculation we are put up.
So meanwhile, there's a little bit of politics that's playing between the centre and the state of Kerala. Today in the parliament, the Union Home Minister said that
I'm not ready to speak anything about, because the Kerala government is only one aim, that to save the people and create this issue. I'm not ready to say anything. We can speak.
What do you think about the statement from the Union Home Minister?
No, I don't.
Lives could have been saved if a pre-warning was given.
I don't say anything about it.
You're watching the News Hour at 10, debate number 2 on Times Now, Super Prime Time.
And for more on this, let's go right across to our guest. Joining us with us is Anil K. Antony, national spokesperson of the BJP. With us also is P. Santosh Kumar, MP of CPI. Dr. B. Jairaj, political analyst, is joining us. Kamruzaman Chaudhary, political analyst, also with us is Rahul Ishwar, who is also joining us. Of course, he's a political analyst as well. Let me start first and foremost with Dr. Jairaj B. Dr. Jairaj, can you explain to us why is it that Madhav Gadgil, the chairman of the Western Ghats Ecological Expert Panel, has termed the disaster in Wayanad as man-made? He has attributed it to Kerala government's failure to implement crucial ecological recommendations. Given the fact that your party that you support, or the LDF, has been in power for close to 2 terms, many would say, doesn't the failure lie at the doorstep of the LDF government?
With due respect to all the environmentalists, I would like to state that Madhav Gadgil made some recommendation years before, and it was not taken seriously by any of the government, Congress government or the LDF government at that time. Until now, Madhav Gadgil's recommendation, many of his representations are utopian. It is not practical in Kerala, because Kerala is a thickly populated state and lot of things. And what happened here is not because of what Madhav Gadgil said. It is not because of the quarries, it is not because of afforestation. It is because of the global warming system. And there were no warning signs from Indian Meteorological Department or Geological Survey of India or Central Water Commission regarding
I'm very sorry,
disaster.
Dr. Jairaj.
It is an
the
incomparable
Kerala Disaster Management Authority is wrong. Dr. Madhav Gadgil is wrong. Hume Center and other agencies which have given reports just a fortnight back of a possibility of a landslide there, everybody is wrong. The state government has ignored warning after warning, and all of these warnings have been ignored.
That is
whether it was 10 years ago, 4 years ago, or recently.
Not even red alert was declared in that place. It happened deep inside the forest, and this disaster has struck 7 kilometers from that place, and the total area was washed out. It is because of 575 milliliter of rain happened in 48 hours. It happens anywhere in the country. It happened in Uttarakhand. It happened wherever landslide occurs. It is because of the La Nina. It is because everybody knows that.
No red alert was issued. So essentially you're blaming the central government. Have I got it right? You're saying the central government is to blame.
Disaster.
That is what you're saying, Dr. Jairaj? The central government is to blame.
No, I am not blaming. I am not blaming anyone.
So who will issue the red alert? State government will not issue it. Central government will not issue it. Who will issue the red alert? Will it come from the skies?
Water Committee. No. It is not. Because it was stated that in the Indian Meteorological Survey, department has given even an orange alert, only orange alert, and 200 millimeter of 200.
Yeah, so IMD is under the central government. Let me bring in Anil Antony. Anil Antony, you have Dr. Jairaj here very clearly blaming the central government, saying that the meteorological department failed to give any red alert. There were no warnings.
You understand?
Please respond to him, because from what we heard from the Home Minister inside the Parliament, he has said that there is a different set of facts. Anil Antony, can you hear me? I think we've lost that line with Anil Antony. We'll try and fix it. Rahul,
yes,
would like to respond to what Mr. Jairaj has said.
I can hear you.
Yeah,
yes.
okay. Yeah, carry on, Anil.
Thank you. Thank you for having me on your show. So first of all, the Bharatiya Janata Party, we want to make it very clear that we don't want to politicize this issue at all. Right now, it is a time for solidarity with the people of Kerala. This is the worst landslide the state has seen. And the central government right now, our only priority is to ensure that we can support the state in whatever manner, and we ensure that we save as many lives as possible, because there are still people under who are in mud. But at the same time, the central government immediately after this particular issue happened, we had deployed the armed forces, we had deployed the Air Force, we had deployed the NDRF. And the Prime Minister is taking stock of the situation, and we have also declared 2 lakhs as compensation for the victims and 50,000 for the injured. So all that we are doing. But then, sadly, because of politicization of this issue that is happening in Kerala, where there is finger pointing, our Honorable Home Minister today in the Parliament raised some few issues. And that is, as early as 18th of this month, our early warning system.
Yes, and let me put that question across to Mr. P. Santosh Kumar, MP of CPI. Mr. Santosh Kumar, you're a member of parliament. You would know what Amit Shah said in the Rajya Sabha. He said that an early warning was given to Kerala government on 23rd of July. He has, of course, expressed condolences and said that there should be no politics, but he has said specifically, and I'm quoting what he has said, that centre gave an early warning to Kerala government 7 days before the incident, and then on July 24th and 25th, we had warned them again. On July 26th, a warning was given that there was a chance of heavy rainfall of more than 20 centimeters and there were chances of landslides. How do you respond to this, Mr. Santosh Kumar?
Thank you. I think the Kerala Chief Minister already responded to this question. Okay, so I have nothing to say more on this issue. The point is that I am in Wayanad and we don't want to make it a political issue. You see the speech of Amit Shah. What is the message? Yesterday in the parliament, 3 of the central ministers answered. None of them were political. The answers were quite, impartial and mechanisms are done by the government only. But today, Amit Shah made it a political problem. So, is it time to talk about politics? No. Disasters are disasters only, and we have no time to spare to talk politics at this point of time. So, yesterday, when JP Nadda and the other 2 ministers spoke very well, they never mentioned about this issue. So what do you want? You want to make it a political issue. At this point of time, this is not a political issue. Let us examine the other details of this issue later. So we request your solidarity to solve this issue.
No, I completely agree with you that there should be ideally no politics on a natural disaster. Unfortunately, the nature of Indian politics is that nothing is spared. You have the left member of parliament saying that we don't want to politicize it. It's the centre in the form of the statement that came inside the parliament that has led to this politics, which is avoidable at this case because the rescue operations are still on. Rahul Ishwar, how do you respond to Mr. P. Santosh Kumar? I think you're on mute, Rahul. We can hear you now. Carry on.
Madhavdas, just submissions. One, it is a cliche sentence to say that let us not talk politics about this. Obviously, nobody is telling that we should be politicizing this issue. But what are the steps that were taken by the Kerala government after the July 23rd warning, where people told to relocate, where their rescue camp started? What was the measures that was taken? This is a natural question. This is not to blame A or B, but this is to prevent the magnitude of such happenings in future too. We should be better prepared, and the right person we should remember at this occasion is Madhavdas G, who submitted the report back in 2011, and he has pointed out 4 places which are very ecologically sensitive. Some of the issues have sadly happened. So hundreds of people lost their life. It is at least time to accept the responsibility. It is not because of center or state, but we as a civil society, governments to take responsibility, and we should implement some measures. Yes, it is true that Madhavdas G report is very idealistic about many things, but yes, let us make it practical, because we have seen 2018 where Kerala really suffered. We have seen this. God forbid such things happen in future. So what are the concrete steps that can be taken? Rather than a blame game, shouldn't we consult academician experts on this, ecologists on this, so that we can have an informed decision on this? Unfortunately, governments are not seem to be inclined to it. Governments are seem to score either brownie point or take a reflection back on it. It's time to introspect, and please remember, we should take the responsibility rather than the blame game. I would humbly request the left spokesperson to own this up. Because
let me bring it. I will say this. No political party has covered itself in glory. We've seen Kedarnath, we've seen Himachal in the north, and it's perhaps the same pattern of unbridled commercialization, crass commercialization at that, completely throwing to the winds any kind of environmental norms. And Kamruzaman Chaudhary, let's remember this, that it's all very well to say that there are 2 terms of the left government. Certainly the onus is on the ruling party always. But it is a fact that even the Congress government did nothing, because end of the day, these resorts, these constructions, they're all nothing but a source of money. People look the other way. Environmental norms be damned. That's the rule across the country, unfortunately.
Yeah, Madhav, you cannot be more right than this. Being a civil engineer, I feel the pain that is going through all of us out here, the rampant corruption and its distorting the ecological balance of the ecosystem out here. But having said that, I needed to give a clarification to the viewers out here. When we discuss about the Madhav Gadgil report of 2011 and why it was junked out there after that, and why the Kasturirangan report was taken up, and after the Narendra Modi government came into power, some 4 additional draft notifications were issued, further diluting the recommendation of the Kasturirangan report. But the basic fact remains: 6 states, including Kerala, Tamil Nadu, Goa, Maharashtra, Gujarat and Karnataka, all of them had junked the Gadgil report, stating that this is very highly impractical for implementation. Now, we cannot blame a particular party, because all parties across the 6 states were governing, whether it was BJP in Gujarat, whether it was Congress or whether it was CPM. Everybody was involved in this. But then the most worrying thing
the fact is this, and I'll just leave you with this thought, ladies and gentlemen, because at the altar of populism, of people's livelihoods, ultimately, this is the sacrifice that we pay. Because our political parties, our political leaders perhaps don't have the courage to implement when scientists and experts tell them what they should be doing. And this is the price that the country will continue to pay in this area of climate change if we don't evolve our thinking to avoiding these kind of avoidable deaths. And all political parties have to take responsibility for that, particularly those who are ruling, whether at the state or at the center. We'll have to leave it there. Anil Antony, as well as P. Santosh Kumar, Dr. Jairaj B., Kamruzaman Chaudhary and Rahul Ishwar, thanks so much for joining us on debate number 2.